Oi! What the hell are you smiling at? That's right. G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Berserker's lever-action rifle with bullets exploding for area damage and 15% faster reload, major and minor legendary effects respectively. I've also got the Starlit Sniper paint on it, which I totally forgot that I bought, but there it is. It's actually kind of cool. You've got the black receiver here. The scope is a completely different mesh, which is kind of interesting. The stock kind of looks the same, but you've got a different foregrip. It's pink. So if I actually put on the Starlit Sniper outfit, it'd go with it pretty well, but I'm using a Berserker's weapon, and I've got the crackhead suit on. I'll show you that in just a second because it's glorious. But anyways, so we're doing 167 damage with this. That is completely unspec'd with my damage resistance at 0, so that's already pretty decent. If we add all the sneak attack criticals to it, we actually get a respectable amount of damage, but we can push this thing a lot further through the use of perks, because why wouldn't I use the perks? That's dumb. So all of these extra bits of perception are going to go into Rifleman. We've got Concentrated Fire and Tank Killer for, targeting stuff in VATS a little bit, and then a little bit of armor penetration from Tank Killer always goes a little bit, I mean, it's not a long way, but having that a little bit of extra damage and passing through armor is kind of cool. And we go chuck on Bloody Mess. Demo Expert works on this weapon because it's not a launcher, it's just shooting bullets and has weapon bullets things. 339 damage, that's pretty good. So here's a choice of attire. I did say crackhead suit, and look at it. It's so goddamn horrible, and it's a suit because the actual winter looks a little bit more like this. I also got some face paint for the occasion, which cost, there's two of them there, the Harlequin one and the Warband. That's just a little bit of war paint like Charles Bronson. That cost me $5, so hopefully that'll be worth it, right? Maybe. Alrighty, so here we are at the Bundy Brewery, and here is the lever-action rifle in first person. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this skin quite a lot. Too bad it was packaged in an overpriced bundle, because the Starlit Sniper outfit isn't actually all that great, but that's what it looks like in third person. We've seen the lever-action rifle in third person before. I've got the aligned barrel in stock for a little bit of VATS usage, but I just kind of like the bullets being on the stock there. That's kind of it. But let's get started, and I'm glad I've got a full set of health here, because I feel like I might... Okay, we're going to be one-shooting stuff. That's good. Torso shots will do the job, so that's pretty good. And yeah, there's been a lot of people complaining about me not picking up legendaries, so watch me pick up legendaries and get annoyed from being over capacity. I know I should pick them up on screen just so you can see what I got, but most of the time I don't care. I'm just kind of rushing through it. So, obviously, in the crackhead suit, there's no weight, giving us extra armor unsneakiness, so that's alright. It's a very sophisticated skin-tight suit that makes you look like a crackhead, basically. And we're done here. There was a 3-star over here. I shouldn't ignore that one, right? So, we'll pick that up and we'll lose the adrenaline. Oh, did I not kill him? No, I should have killed him. Well, that at least resets my adrenaline counter. See, this is why I don't chase down legendaries. See, I've got to troubleshoot his cry later. That was not worth the trouble. Okay, let's see if we can't maintain our adrenaline just by picking at some super mutants up there. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I have, but if I haven't, it'll get me nice and close to 60. Oh man, I'm not used to having such low AP regeneration. See, not having the benefits of armor it's kind of sucks, because although I'm at full health and the unyielding benefits would be laying dormant, I could be using Chameleon right now, which would help my stealth out a little bit. Not that I really need help at the moment. Winter seems capably possible of sneaking things up. Also, is it 516 or 515 game? Tell me. And since Nerd Rage gives you just plus 40 damage resistance for no reason, I mean, there's not energy resistance, there's just damage resistance, so anything shooting you with laser guns is going to hurt a little bit more, but the way laser damage or energy damage is calculated, it's probably not going to matter all that much, but yeah, you actually don't get the benefits out of... Fuck it, I'm just using that. You don't actually get the benefits out of using Nerd Rage as much as you would with, well, other weapon types. It will give you a slight penalty. Your damage will still go up, but by a lesser degree, because as soon as you have at least 1 point in DR, your damage drops by heaps. So the game wants you to be naked, so we're not technically naked right now. You can hear the footsteps here. Sounds like I'm running with boots still, so yeah, the crackhead suit is a sophisticated technology that makes you look like you're all pixelated and naked. It's mostly so if these guys eventually find me, they'll be so disgusted and just horrified at what they're seeing that they'll just basically flee right there and then. So it's got tactical benefits here. Not to mention like a, I don't know, a super stealthy effect. I'm gonna go ahead and limit say it's because I'm wearing no armor. I'm not hindered by the movement of the armor when it's not making any movement sounds because just, you know, there's nothing there. There's a lot of people wearing the crackhead suit Nuclear Winter. They're the plebs that don't have the atoms to actually buy your actual suits, like undersuits. Like I've got the Raider one and that looks pretty cool, right? You've got the yellow tank top thing, and you get the jeans and the boots. The boots are kind of cool. They're like cool leather boots. So you look the part in Nuclear Winter. But if you run around with the crackhead suit underneath, I just assume you're a scrub and then probably don't assess the threat like I should. It's also terrible. You see so many people doing that. It's so immersion breaking. It's like, yeah, man, the Volt suit makes you stand out. Didn't mean to fire there. The Volt suit makes you stand out too much, man. I don't want to wear that. But no, if you've got your fucking pasty-ass character sitting in the open, I'm gonna see that shit. Everything's colored either red or brown in that mode, and a white character sticks out like you wouldn't believe. I haven't actually seen a lot of black characters in this game at all, actually, so, you know. They're not benefiting. Did I see 8,000 damage? No, I didn't. I just saw 81, and I guess there was just another damage right next to it as it fell. Also, I've noticed at this point that I haven't got the sneak attack criticals doing the exact maximum damage that I could possibly get. I've barely taken hit. In fact, the only damage that I might have taken is just stray explosive stuff. So I gotta watch out for that because I feel like my limbs are going to be shattered more easy if I've got nothing to protect them. Because despite how technologically superior in terms of other armor the crackhead suit is, it's actually not that great in terms of protection. It's more like it's a Chinese stealth suit that makes you look like a psycho addict. It's not a very good suit to wear, to be honest. I wouldn't recommend wearing it. I mean, I could chuck on some sort of, I mean, you can't really see it, can you? But who wants to look at that? It's gross. Thank you, escape artist. I think we're just about done here. After we kill that guy. Which is why I've been sneaking around, because look how much that guy nicks my health just by shooting me like once or twice there. That's crazy. Alright, so here we are. There's a bunch of tools around, but instead of, you know, going through the regular way that I go through, I'm going to start over here. Ow, fall damage. I'm glad my leg didn't cripple. Instant flanking shots on everything, provided I can get the hits. And, you know, flanking equals a critical. That's why I'm getting sneak attack criticals. We're playing by XCOM rules here. And every enemy that's unaware of me is like an instant flanking shot. Ah, you see, now we're making sense. So I did an XCOM playthrough, actually. I rather enjoy that game. It's so good. You know, it's a different type of game to Fallout 76, but you can sit down and enjoy that on a kind of different level. The problem is that if they are running too close to me, I'm going to kill myself with explosive damage. I'm not sure exactly what kind of benefits the explosives are giving me in terms of, like, splash damage. I suppose I could test that, but I think most of the damage is coming from the good old bullet damage. Yeah, 100 damage ain't going to do shit. It's still going to take a whole bloody mag to drop some of the ghouls there, so I feel like explosive is dead weight and it kind of does more harm than good, and hopefully when we fight some bats it won't bloody get me killed, but, you know, since my aim is so bad, we're seeing some of the benefits out of this. Nice Palpatine dive. Okay, back into hidden. For now, we'll quickly just sprint around here, and wham! Into sneakiness again, and we can go ahead and kill everything here. I'm going to use VATS a little bit so you can witness the utter horribleness of what the crackhead suit entails. You love it. You love it. I'm so keen on mod support coming along because I'm going to fucking replace this. It's terrible. You know, it doesn't have to be anything new, just something better. I mean, I mean, it's not really that necessary, is it? Because you'll never be having a mostly naked character anyway. Well, for the most part, we can just get ourselves matching unyielding armor and say, you know what, this has got the benefits here, so there you go. Okay, I think we're done. Let's move on. Alright, let's see if we can't one-shot Swan. Not quite. 2 shots will do. Alright, let's try to breeze through these enemies using VATS. And oh, there's another legendary. Let's just shoot him in the head. That seems to work pretty well. No wall hacks there, thanks to the game being what it is. Vanguard's chest piece. Yeah, I'm so glad that I took 3 seconds to pick that nonsense up. Come on, concentrated fire. Sometimes you get lucky with concentrated fire, most of the time you don't. And ooh. Okay, maybe using this thing in VATS ain't the best thing because my AP is regenerating so slowly. I probably could have gotten away with chucking on something like, what's it called? The bloody action girl. I feel like that would be useful. Anyways, we'll just shoot the queen, and we 2-shot her with a help of a critical, which is decent damage output, yeah. And if you're wondering why I put the Harley Quinn makeup on, it's because of Margot Robbie. My god, that is, oof, 10 out of 10 right there. Anyways, back on topic. So we've got a bunch of Stingwings here, which are little hard bastards to target, actually. They can get around. What I could probably do is kill the truck. I think he's slightly out of range of that. I didn't use my remote detonate thing properly there. If I was a Reaper in XCOM 2, I could have activated that and would have done 12 damage, which is a lot more than what you get with a car exploding without that, so that's pretty cool. God damn it. I'm actually thinking of doing like a, I don't know, like a Sunday XCOM playthrough where I upload videos every Sunday or so. I'm going to just go for the torso because we don't need the extra headshot damage, I don't think. And we get a much better chance to actually hit. And a bloat flag gives us a sledgehammer. You know what? I'm probably going to get over capacity if I pick that up. Let's see if I'm right. Yep. That's okay because... Oh wait, no, my script is done for the day because I got... Before recording this, I decided it was a good idea to, dump what I have, and now I have to... I mean, I guess I could put it back into the stash, but that's just going to make this whole section a pain in the ass. You know, when you're constantly running around with bloodied builds, taking these rads is pretty catastrophic, but not for this case, and I think we're kind of done here. There's not a lot of more bugs around here to squash, so we'll move on. Okay, this fight's for all the marbles. If I get blasted end on end with, Sonic Explosive Death, I'm pretty much a goner. We'll be staring at the respawn screen a couple of times. Where are you going, mate? There we go. Nice cheeky little headshot there. Oh, he's flying a little bit close. I may as well annoy him just to get him a little bit closer. Alright. Time to see if I can snipe. No, I can't. That's better. And a wing shot and clip his wing. That probably won't do too bad. Now, I've bitched and moaned about the state of explosive weapons versus Scorch Beast, but this is certainly working. You can tell that I'm not actually getting any explosive damage because that secondary number that usually shows up against, you know, ground stuff isn't showing up. So, you know, if you're relying on the explosive damage to actually do it, which, well, to do the damage, which is, you know, it's never going to work because it does so low damage. Even with a majorly powerful weapon like a, I don't know, let's say a harpoon gun, you can't really rely on the explosive damage to do most of the stuff. At least not against anything that is stronger or as around the strength of a bat. Ha! Got him. I really would have thought that would have been out of range, so that's a pleasant surprise. And I've got all the bloody health bar to turn into rads in the world, so I'm just going to stand near this one, see if we can't get him to come out. Oh my god! Like I said, that just annihilated my health bar, so if I could go back into caution, please. Confused Grail indeed. See, he's reacting to the suit. He says, nah, fuck this. Like me. Ha ha ha! Yeah, this is why you don't see people running Berserker's builds. And I'll just remind you, that's with Fireproof 2 as well, so I'm getting a reduced amount of damage. He's decided to land though, which is helpful for my case, but at first I must gather some adrenaline, so a couple of cheeky headshots versus you would be good. All of these things are out. We're back into caution. Out of range. There's muties down there. There's just a brawl going on down there. Maybe I should pay attention to that. I'll just finish off the brawl. Don't ask me to ever run any Berserker's shit against the Scorched Beast Queen, because I don't like sitting there for 30 seconds waiting for my dumbass to respawn. The damage here isn't justified to actually, because at least with the bloodied builds, the bloodied you can use unyielding and get all of those benefits. There's nothing like that for these things. It's just a little bit of fun making fun of Bethesda's horrendous vanilla body design, but we know better. This is just a suit. What's actually there is not present, but I think you get the idea. I'm done with this thing. If you'd like to see this in your game, sure, just hit me up. I'll give it to you. Thank you for watching, guys.